We've been tracking the investigation into a fire at a local church and have the latest from officials who were on scene. Plus, we're getting a close-up look at a devastating wildfire in south central Washington that's now burned an area bigger than the city of Seattle.
And the weekend is here with a sunny Friday on the way, but how does your weekend look? I'll get you prepared in my first alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine.
We're getting a little bit of a late start this morning. We had a few technical difficulties, but we're on the air now.
We're here, and we just were relaxing because it's the weekend, and we're very excited. It's Friday. Good Friday to you, Jill.
Yes, to you as well.
Good Friday, everyone. Let's take a look outside and let's get ready for good times today. More sunshine, more clear skies throughout our areas are expected, and we do expect to see light winds today, so nice start for waterfallies for the Tri-Cities area. So our highs, we're just a little warmer than we were yesterday, just a little above, and we're going to continue warming into Saturday. That looks to be our hottest day of the weekend. So right around 90 degrees for Yakima in the Tri-Cities area, right in those mid to lower 90s. Again, just a touch warmer for your Saturday. And in the Walla Walla region, Walla Walla has been a little warmer than usual. Usually it's a couple degrees to 5 degrees cooler than the Tri-Cities, but it's been on par, if not warmer than the Tri-Cities for the past couple of days. So a little bit of a heating trend in the Blue Mountain region. So today, slightly warmer, sunny day, and hey, a nice weekend is here. I'm going to tell you all about that coming up, but for right now, let's send it back to Jill.
Thank you, Jason. A church fire in Pasco has grown into a larger investigation involving several break-ins and vandalism of local businesses. 36-year-old Seth Klindworth has been arrested on suspicion of arson and burglary. Pasco police say his crime spree started just after 5 yesterday morning. Authorities say Klindworth was spotted at the former Bank of America building on Lewis Street after he smashed windows and tried to set it on fire. Authorities say he then broke out a window at the Celebration One salon on West Clark and then broke the front window of Atomic Foods on North 4th. Authorities say he ended his spree at the Apostolic Lutheran Church of the Tri-Cities on West Court Street, smashed the windows and set it on fire. Klindworth was caught a short time later and left what appeared to be his calling card.
Yeah, so that was something we were not expecting. It does appear that there was a message written by the suspect who identified himself in the message. We believe he wrote it in his own blood. So it is a unique call.
Coming up later on Good Morning Northwest, you'll see the surveillance video from one of the stores and hear more from police and the fire department on the morning crime run. The Yakima Sheriff's Office says an alert homeowner with home security cameras helped them stop a burglary in progress. Investigators say the homeowner saw the break-in happening over their cameras and called 911. Deputies say when they got there, the suspect got onto a sports bike, rammed a deputy, and then took off. Investigators say they worked with Yakima police to track the suspect and a second person down in a vehicle that crashed in the West Valley area. The sheriff's office says both people ran from the wreck and the suspect allegedly broke into several more houses before officers were able to get him into custody. Investigators say both people are wanted on felony warrants out of Oregon and they are both in the county jail. We have an update now about the law enforcement activity. An arrest at a home on Quillian Street in Kennewick. Police say they searched the home as part of an investigation into a meth lab in the garage. They arrested a 40-year-old man and booked him into the Benton County Jail on a felony charge of manufacturing methamphetamines. He's being held without bail. The investigation is ongoing. Firefighters are still working to get the Newell Road fire under control in Klickitat County. This is in a fairly rural area near the Washington-Oregon border. It's the fire that sent smoke pouring into the Tri-Cities last Friday. Crews estimate the fire has now burned more than 61,000 acres. Firefighters say they're making good progress after several days of work, thanks to help from crews all over the region.
One of those trucks is from Camas-Washougal. We've got Fire District 3 and Clark County Fire District 10 as well. The engine on the other side of the brush rigs, that's from Clark Cowlitz Fire Rescue, so Ridgefield, La Center, Woodland.
The fire is currently 71% contained, and a second evacuation shelter has opened up at Grandview Middle School in Grandview. You can find further updates on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. Washington State will be getting millions of dollars from the country's largest opioid manufacturers thanks to the settlement of several lawsuits by Attorney General Bob Ferguson. The city of Yakima is getting $1.3 million over the next 17 years to invest in treatment, prevention, and other strategies to address the opioid crisis at the local level. One option to invest in the city's community diversion program, also known as Drug Court, which allows people to go to treatment instead of being charged with minor crimes. The program has 63 graduates since it started in 2016. 77% of them have remained crime-free.
Pictured is one of our recent graduations. They're really inspirational. People work hard to change their lives.
Staff say the settlement money could help them reach more people before it's too late, but the council wants to look at all options before making a decision. An Eastern Washington treatment center, which was once the largest Medicaid youth services center in the state for mental health and substance abuse, is fighting to reopen. A judge shut down Daybreak Youth Services in Spokane earlier this year after accusations of sexual misconduct between a former counselor and a teenager. The order shutting the center down has now been extended. A lawyer for Daybreak says that's stopping them from being able to defend themselves.
It essentially prevents Daybreak from having its day in court. Daybreak believes it should have its right to go to court right away. And the Department of Health keeps saying, no, they can't go to court. They have to go back to this administrative process, which they know will take at least a year to complete.
The State Department of Health says licenses for Daybreak remain suspended and will not comment about ongoing legal proceedings. We'll return in just a moment, but first, Jason Valentine joins us live now for another quick look at weather.
Folks, a lovely Friday morning so far. I'm going to get you ready for your weekend in my First Alert weather forecast coming right up.
And a seismologist determines Taylor Swift's show at Seattle's Lumen Field over the weekend caused the seismic equivalent of a 2.3 magnitude earthquake.
You get a lot of things out of your vehicle, but one thing you shouldn't get is disappointment. At McCurley, we understand that a vehicle is more than a vehicle, and our expert technicians are here to make sure you get the most adventures and memories out of every mile.
Find your way home in a new Mazda from McCurley Mazda during the season of discovery. Browse our entire inventory online at McCurleyMazda.com.
Hey fans, Eric the Peanut Guy here to tell you that Dust Devils Baseball is back with affordable family fun all season long. It's boat race season and we're gearing up for another Rooster Tails weekend. Your Dust Devils will play as their alternate identity, the Columbia River Rooster Tails, this Friday through Sunday. Friday night is Family Feast Night, presented by the Tri-Cities Airport with concessions deals throughout the game. Then be here on Saturday when we're shooting off post-game fireworks thanks to BNSF Railway. For tickets, visit DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It'll blow you away.
An accident can shatter your life. At Tamaki Law, we put your life back together.
Clients come to us injured, burdened with medical bills, lost wages, insurance hassles. The list goes on. They're overwhelmed, so they put their lives in our hands. That's why we work hard and fight for the justice they deserve.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
The $200,000 Fishing for a Fortune is still reeling in winners at Wild Horse Resort and Casino with over $7,000 in cash and prizes every weekend. Cast a line to win $750 free play or $1,000 cash. Use your Club Wildcard to earn points and special prizes from Billy's Bait Shop and land your choice of a new Starwell boat or $20,000 cash in our Grand Prize Fishing Derby July 30th. Reel in your next fortune today. Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton, Oregon. More winners, more often.
Stacy Lee, she knows the Northwest and she knows Northwest weather.
Around here, severe weather can move in fast.
Advanced weather warnings so you and your family will know what to expect before heading out the door.
Don't get caught by any surprises Mother Nature may throw your way. I'm always looking days ahead for the next weather event that will impact our area, so you'll be prepared for what's coming.
Stacy Lee, she's on your side. Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather, weeknights at 5, 6, and 6:30.
ET and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
Art in the Park Festival kicks off at Howard Amon Park this morning. The event is presented by the Allied Arts Association, which runs Gallery at the Park. This year, around 300 artists have set up booths at the park, a record for the event. Art in the Park runs Friday and Saturday at no charge to anyone wanting to check it out.
Totally free. It's part of the association's mission is bringing art to the community. So we're more than happy to have people just come and look at the art, get a feel for it.
And because of the number of artists this year, the event has expanded behind the children's play area on the south side of Lee Boulevard. Art in the Park starts an hour earlier this year at 8 a.m. to let people enjoy the art before it gets too hot. Taylor Swift wasn't joking in her hit Shake It Off. There was a whole lot of shaking going on during her shows in Seattle this weekend. A seismologist has determined Swift's show at Lumen Field on Saturday and Sunday caused the seismic equivalent of a 2.3 magnitude earthquake. And that's a new record. The Swift quake beat out the famous 2011 Beast quake, a record at the time. That's when Seattle Seahawks fans erupted after an impressive touchdown by Marshawn Lynch, affectionately known as Beast Mode, causing the equivalent of a magnitude 2 earthquake. That means the Swift quake at its max was about twice as strong. There happens to be a seismometer next to the stadium, and Jackie Kaplan Auerbach, a geology professor at Western Washington University, decided to compare the seismic activity, determining the Swift quake is the clear champion. Coming up, another round of record-breaking heat is scorching most of the country. From California to Maine, blistering temperatures have 150 million Americans on high alert. And Jason Valentine will return with a look at your First Alert forecast.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile, the way it makes you look and feel, the way a smile lights up a room, so people can see the best version of you. Which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
Ride Ben Franklin Transit Shuttle to the Water Follies. Leaves every hour. Stay safe and ride with ease when you ride Ben Franklin Transit, July 29th and 30th. Plan your trip at bft.org.
Hey fans, Eric the Peanut Guy here to tell you that Dust Devils Baseball is back with affordable family fun all season long. It's boat race season and we're gearing up for another Rooster Tails weekend. Your Dust Devils will play as their alternate identity, the Columbia River Rooster Tails, this Friday through Sunday. Friday night is Family Feast Night, presented by the Tri-Cities Airport with concessions deals throughout the game. Then be here on Saturday when we're shooting off post-game fireworks thanks to BNSF Railway. For tickets, visit DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It'll blow you away.
Hi, I'm Bruce Schaefer. These are my sons, Gary and John, and we built this deck. Not quite, Dad. We need 2 more of these. You better call Par. No problem. I got Andrew on speed dial.
Par Lumber's Andrew. Hey, Andrew. Hey, Bruce.
I need 2 more boards at TimberTech. We won't settle for anything less than contractor grade.
So we get all of our building materials and supplies from Par.
Problem solved.
Par, your total home building source since 1930. Go where the builders go.
So what are you building?
Is your closet cramped and cluttered? Well, now there's Space Triangles, the clever new hanging device that fits over any hanger to save you closet space in seconds. And now may be your last chance to get them for a low price. Now you can vertically hang multiple items, guaranteeing that you'll have up to 70% more space in your closet. Your closet can go from messy to marvelous in no time with ease. The ingenious slip-over design secures the hangers vertically. It snugly fits all types of hangers to save you space. Order Order now to get an 18-piece set of space triangles for just $9.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get space triangles at this low price. There is a strict limit of 1 closet pack per order while supplies last. Once they're gone forever. Order now.
Call 1-800-587-3514. Call or visit spacetriangles.com. So call 1-800-587-3514 now.
Next live, Outkast's Big Boy from Big RV Remix.
Satisfaction guaranteed.
And Craig Ferguson from his podcast, Joy.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now. The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Oh, it's going to be another beautiful day. We have been just spoiled for the past couple of days with just beautiful mornings, and it's going to continue today. We're staying relatively cool in our morning hours, upper 50s, lower 60s, so very comfortable conditions as you're going to be heading out the door anytime soon. We're going to be sticking right around our average, really, for the week ahead. Some variances. We're going to be a little warmer on our Saturday, then a little bit cooler on our Sunday, but still for the week ahead, again, this is for the Tri-Cities at 94. All of our areas for the next coming days, upper 80s, mid to lower 90s, as we're really getting into that groove. So taking a look at our futurecast, we're going to continue to see mostly clear skies for the next couple of days, if not for the week ahead. So just a beautiful weekend is on the way for the Tri-Cities. A perfect waterfallies is ahead with not scorching temperatures and not much wind. We have light winds today. We expect this to be about what we're going to be seeing. Again, you could see a little variance up to 10 miles per hour today. Then we'll be seeing winds starting to get a little bit kicking up by Sunday, especially in the evening. Could see 10 to 20 mile per hour winds by that time, but still we'll be looking at not much wind for the week ahead. Again, Sunday evening looks to be the peak. So we are seeing a little bit more smoke getting into our areas. We are back to the moderate areas. So that does mean we could see some moderate air quality for our areas. But right now we're holding tough. We're still in the good. We'll hopefully stay there, but still, folks, just one wildfire could topple that over. So our highs today, right around 90 degrees for Yakima. Toppenish, 88 for Ellensburg. Over in the mid-Columbia, mid to lower 90s, and in the Blue Mountain region, we're right in those lower 90s. So a little warmer for all of our areas. 7-day forecast. Just going to be right around that 90-degree mark, really through Monday, and then slightly warmer, mid-90s, Tuesday through Thursday. Ample sunshine on the way for Yakima. Tri-Cities for your waterfallies weekend, looking very nice, mid to lower 90s, and that's really going to continue into our next work week. So folks, we have a beautiful start to your weekend, and your weekend proper is looking very nice and around average as well.
Now, the extreme heat wave that has about half the nation's population under some sort of heat alert. Triple-digit temperatures are expected today from the desert Southwest to Washington, D.C. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has more.
This morning, another round of record-breaking heat is scorching most of the U.S. From California to Maine, blistering temperatures have 150 million Americans on high alert as July is on track to be the Earth's hottest month ever recorded. And a new report says it may be the warmest month the planet has seen in 120,000 years. In El Paso, Texas, temperatures have hit 100 for 43 straight days, while Phoenix, Arizona has seen a scorching 110 degrees for nearly 30 days in a row. The extreme temperatures have officials in Maricopa County bracing for the worst. The medical examiner's office bringing in a fleet of coolers to house the anticipated surge in heat-related deaths, similar to the height of the pandemic, saying their medical examiner's office is currently at 106% capacity.
This is probably the worst July we ever had.
The Phoenix area has confirmed 25 heat-related deaths this month, but nearly 250 others are still under investigation.
If you're out in the heat, you should be sweating. If all of a sudden you're feeling hot and you're not sweating, it means your system is starting to shut down.
And the heat is gripping the entire northern hemisphere, fueling massive wildfires in Greece. One fire engulfed a military ammunition site, triggering a massive explosion. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
When we return on Good Morning Northwest, we'll tell you about a program in Yakima designed to give local kids a boost on creating a successful business out of the classic lemonade stand.
Oh, check out these spicy birds. Look at those little dots. Those are spice dots. Are we making boxes? A box of birds for just $5.49? Jack, you crazy.
I've worked construction all my life. I take pride in my job and working hard. I've had my share of bumps and bruises. Of all places, I get hurt shopping with my wife. This injury affected every part of my life. The insurance company offered me nothing. I went to my buddy Scott Brumback and Sid Autumn. We ultimately filed suit. My lawyers fought hard for me and got a great result. These guys speak blue collar. Now I know what they mean by bulldog tough. Right, Mo?
Brumback and Autumn, bulldog tough.
When you really think about it, it's more than a car. It's a daycare. It's an office. It's a hotel room. It's a concert hall. That's why we strive to create a complete ownership experience that goes beyond the transaction to support you every step of the way. Because after being all of that, at the end of the day, it's your way home. McCurley Dealerships, your way home.
Find your way home in a new Chevrolet from McCurley Chevrolet. Browse our entire inventory online at McCurleyChevrolet.net.
There's no other word quite like home. Not house, not residence, not dwelling. Because it's more than any specific place. It could be in the team spirit that keeps your heart pounding the whole drive over the mountains. It could be in the friendships that make you do one more lap around the park. Or make you able to laugh at yourself. It's a feeling, a belonging. And that's really different for everyone. So while we can't define what home is to you, what we can do is help you get there.
Find your way home in a new Subaru from McCurley Subaru and online at McCurleySubaru.com.
Look at those spicy birds right there. Woo, y'all are 100% all white meat, huh? Man, that bird is getting sauced up. Just $5.49? Okay, I like that.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
The Greater Yakima Chamber of Commerce is looking for more kids to sign up for Lemonade Day, a summer program to help inspire young entrepreneurs.
All right, instead of going it alone, kids receive guidance for how to start their own business, and if they don't have money for the supplies, they can get help from finding a sponsor. Chamber officials say they got feedback from parents last year saying their kids were inspired and learned a lot of life skills.
My child came out of their shell. They're able to talk more in public. They're able to meet new friends and not be afraid of it. And one mom said, and that's just because of Lemonade Day.
The program ends with a competition at Sozo Sports Complex on August 12th, where kids can get prizes for Best Lemonade Stand Design, Best Lemonade, or Best Customer Service. They're hoping to get more kids signed up by August 5th.
Did you have a lemonade stand as a kid?
I want to say I did, but I don't really have any strong memories of a lemonade stand. Okay. What about you?
I was cheap. I had a high C stand.
Oh.
Where back in the day they had the big cans.
Yeah.
So just, here you go. Thanks for the...
Less work.
Less work, exactly. All right, folks, I'll have a look at your First Alert weather forecast. That's coming up. A nice Friday is on the way.
And coming up, military nominations have been forced to pause by a Republican senator against the Pentagon's policy of reimbursing military service members and their families for traveling for abortion care. Meanwhile, the Senate has passed the annual defense bill, with senators expecting a showdown with the House of Representatives.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Jason Valentine. It's Friday, Jill.
Yes, it is.
We've made it to the weekend. I'm always excited about that.
Yeah,
it's
me too.
the last weekend of July, and I was telling you earlier, it's the last weekend without NFL football until late January.
You've been really excited about this for a while.
The preseason starts next week, so I'm very excited. Let's take a quick look outside, everybody. I'm also excited about how lovely today is going to be. We have a hint of cloud coverage throughout our areas, but we're going to be looking at just a beautiful day ahead. Light winds, perfect for Tri-Cities waterfalls, which of course is in progress into the weekend. Plenty of sunshine today for the Yakima Valley, and we're going to be seeing highs just a little warmer than we saw yesterday, so around 90 degrees. As we move into the Tri-Cities, we're going to be in those mid to lower 90s, so ample sunshine is on the way. More or less rinse and repeat from what we've seen all this week. Walla Walla area, again, a little bit warmer for the Blues, right at 93 as well. Usually the Blue Mountain region is not on par with what the Tri-Cities is looking at, but it certainly is today. So slightly warmer, sunny day, nice weekend is here. I can't wait to tell you all about it in my First Alert weather forecast coming up, but for right now, we're going to send it back to Jill.
The Senate is in a stalemate over promotions for hundreds of top U.S. military officials. At the center of the standoff, Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville. The Republican is getting criticized by members of both parties, but he says he's not backing down. John Lawrence reports.
Congress is approaching its August recess, and there's a chance lawmakers will be out of Washington, D.C. before resolving an ongoing hold on military nominations.
We're seeing how military lives are being put on hold and how they're being treated, and it's very discouraging.
Military nominations have been placed on pause by Republican Senator and former college football coach Tommy Tuberville, who was against the Pentagon's policy of reimbursing military service members and their families for travel to obtain abortion care.
It alarms me that we can't come to a conclusion and nobody's talking to me. I mean, you can't change your mind.
Defense Secretary reached out to you. Defense Secretary reached out to you.
Yeah, for a few minutes.
Earlier this week, a group of Democratic senators on the Senate Armed Services Committee wrote to Minority Leader Mitch McConnell to squash Tuberville's blockade. But when the two met on Thursday,
nothing's changed.
However, President Joe Biden says change is needed.
It's time for service members to receive the pay and promotions they've earned and deserve. It's time for the Senate of Alabama to let these generals and admirals fully serve their country and service members care for themselves and their families.
On Thursday night, the Senate passed the National Defense Authorization Act in a bipartisan fashion, with Majority Leader Chuck Schumer saying the Tuberville situation is up to Republican leadership. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Active duty military spouses delivered a petition to Senate Majority Leader Schumer, Minority Leader McConnell, and Tuberville on Monday. It was signed by hundreds of military family members who say they are, quote, deeply concerned and personally impacted by Senator Tuberville's blocking confirmation of senior military leaders. Well, as mentioned earlier, the Senate passed the National Defense Policy Bill Thursday night, setting up a showdown with the Republican-led House. Senators voted to pass the bill 86-11, authorizing a top-line budget figure of $886 billion for fiscal 2024. That's the total that was included in the debt ceiling deal that was worked out between the Biden administration and House Republicans. But the House has passed its own version of the bill, known as the National Defense Authorization Act, or NDDA, earlier this month. Now Senate leaders can begin negotiations to find a compromise version that can pass both chambers. But a floor fight may be looming over controversial amendments in the House over measures to restrict abortion and transgender health care access. If a compromise can be reached, the Senate version includes a 5.2% pay raise for service members. Jason Valentine is here now with a look at the forecast.
What a beautiful day we have in store, and folks, get ready for more of it on the way this weekend. Your First Alert weather forecast is coming right up.
And while we're in the middle of tick season, scientists believe that up to 78% of people who get a meat allergy from tick bites go undiagnosed. We'll tell you why, coming up on Good Morning Northwest.
Fun and exercise with kayaks. Fly the Northwest Tuesday.
We're all here to talk about her.
Hello. We built her so we could get a family plan.
Well, with US Cellular, it's just $19.99 per line.
I guess we don't need that fourth line.
This is awkward.
US Cellular, built for us.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, stunning smiles for the whole family.
It's the final month of Legends Casino Hotel's summer celebration, but you still have time to say, "What up, beach?" and claim a dream tropical vacation before the sun sets. Use your Legends rewards card to earn entries for cash drawings, including one for a cool $10,000 on the first 3 Thursdays of the month. Then, on August 31st, one lucky winner will greet the sun and sand with a "What up, beach?" during their $13,000 vacay in paradise. Happening now only at Legends Casino Hotel.
Need to refresh a room in your home? Yep, all of them. Well, during the anniversary sale at Furniture Row, every sofa, dining table, and bed is on sale. Wait, all of them? Follow me. Shop and save on the largest selection of sofas, dining tables, and beds at the lowest prices guaranteed. Save $200 on Doctor's Choice mattresses, any size, any model, with 5 years, no interest. I think we're gonna need a bigger truck. The anniversary sale, on now at Furniture Row.
At Honda, we offer complimentary maintenance for 2 years or 24,000 miles with the Honda Service Pass program. Enjoy the ride, knowing we cover routine items like oil changes, tire rotations, and multi-point inspections. Honda Service Pass, available to purchasers of all 2023 Honda vehicles. Get yours today.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. It's fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Spectrum helps me run all this easily. Work, bust. Treat dispenser, treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-803-4999 or visit spectrum.com today.
Next ET, The Parent Trap turns 25.
You are aging me.
ET was on the set with an 11-year-old Lindsay Lohan.
It's fun and I like the attention.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See? $600 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
Boom. Chocolate milk.
I'll take the chocolate milk.
US Cellular, built for us.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, it's the height of tick season, and doctors now think a mysterious allergy passed on by the bloodsuckers has affected up to 450,000 Americans, and most of them probably don't know it. Doctors believe an enzyme in the Lone Star tick saliva produces alpha-gal. In people who get bitten, alpha-gal can cause an allergy to the sugar found in red meat and dairy products. People with alpha-gal syndrome have to avoid beef, pork, lamb, dairy, and a bunch of other less obvious products like gel capsules and some makeup. But a study published in a CDC report found up to 78% of people who have alpha-gal go undiagnosed. One reason is because many healthcare providers don't even know about it. Goodness. The CDC says a survey of 1,500 doctors and nurse practitioners in the U.S. found that 42% said they had never heard of alpha-gal syndrome. Also, since people with the allergy tend to become ill 4 to 6 hours after having red meat or dairy, they don't always connect their symptoms to what they're eating. Alpha-gal syndrome can cause hives, shortness of breath, and even life-threatening anaphylaxis. Coming up, yesterday, the man who killed a Black Lives Matter demonstrator in Seattle enters a plea deal with prosecutors. And folks, I'll return with your first alert weather forecast. Let me get you and your family ready for your weekend. You're watching Good Morning Northwest. Stick with us.
They were a killing team.
A mother and daughter poisoning her family members.
Unbelievable.
She's never talked publicly until now.
What is the truth, Diane?
2020
tonight at 9/8 Central on ABC.
When Fred's advertises it, we've got it. Fred's warehouses are loaded with inventory. When your fridge stops working, you need a new one and you need it now. Fred's has them in stock. The box stores never have this much inventory on hand. You can wait weeks for delivery. At Fred's, get your new appliance the next day. Fred's always has the guaranteed lowest price and shows you competitors' prices on our price tags. Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and Hermiston. Every location is conveniently located. And now, Smoke City for Less Hermiston has relocated to North 1st Street by AutoZone. An easy turnoff, $3.95 and you are there. For the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, Kratom, and specialty products too. Open 7 days a week, 5 locations, Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and the new location in Hermiston, off $3.95. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Homeowners, Washington is moving to renewable power. Consider an investment in green energy. Rooftop solar with Solar Power Northwest, a true one-stop shop. Solar Power Northwest, a better way to solar.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile, the way it makes you look and feel, the way a smile lights up a room, so people can see the best version of you. Which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
When you really think about it, it's more than a car. It's a daycare. It's an office. It's a concert hall. That's why we strive to create a complete ownership experience that goes beyond the transaction. Because it's more than a car. At the end of the day, it's your way home.
Find your way home in a new Chevrolet from McCurley Chevrolet.
You ready?
More than ready.
Blue Compass RV has over 100 dealerships coast to coast. So we're with you today, tomorrow, and the road ahead. It's a little something we like to call peace of mind.
Well, here we are, mile marker 0.
More like mile 3,652. Blue Compass RV.
Let's take the long way home.
Mental Health Minority Month, sponsored by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Hope you're having a good one so far. Beautiful conditions yet again, though we're seeing a little bit of cloud coverage this morning. Those will be moving on out as we move along in our day. And, well, welcome to the weekend, everyone. It is going to be a gorgeous start. And again, what we've seen almost all of this week is what we're going to be seeing today and into our weekend, just a little bit warmer. Though we are staying very comfortable in our morning hours, still sticking around those upper 50s to lower 60s and just comfortable conditions. So very much nicer to sleep in, especially when we were seeing those very hot temperatures over our last 2 weekends. But we're finally getting a break from those temperatures. It's not a massive break. We're still in the mid 90s for most of our areas, if not upper 80s. But it is going to be right around our average for this time of year. It is our last weekend of July as we hit August next week. And we're right around the average, and we're going to be staying right around the average as we head into our next work week as well. This is for the Tri-Cities. So again, folks, we're just a little cooler for Yakima, but still, folks, just average temperatures for our week ahead. So for our futurecast, we are looking very nice. A little bit of cloud coverage in our day today, but that will be moving out and just ample sunshine as we get into Saturday, as we get into Sunday. So folks, for the water follies for the Tri-Cities this weekend, perfect conditions. Have your sunscreen on, make sure you hydrate, but still not baking heat, just average heat for this time of year. And also winds are not going to be much of a factor, except for maybe on Sunday. So we're seeing more or less light winds, and that will continue into tomorrow. As we head into our Sunday, though, we could see just a little bit more wind, 10 to even 20 mile per hour winds possible in Sunday evening. other than that, we're looking pretty darn good. And again, wind isn't the friend of those hydroplanes for water volleys, but it should be very nice. And we're going to be seeing moderate wind as we head into our next work week as well. So wildfires, we have upgraded to, or downgraded, I guess, a better way to put it, to moderate smoke for the entire Northwest. Again, due to fires in Oregon, mostly in Oregon. So we're looking, though, still at good air quality, but with it at moderate zone for smoke, we could be seeing the moderate area for air quality. So if you are susceptible to air quality issues, do keep an eye on yourself. So we're right around 90 degrees for Yakima and Toppenish today. Again, folks, all of our cities are a touch warmer than yesterday. 88 for Ellensburg. Mid to lower 90s for the entirety of the Mid-Columbia. Over in the Blue Mountain region, mid to lower 90s as well. 7-day forecast for Yakima. Ample sunshine on the way for the week ahead. Going to be in those 90s or upper 80s really through Monday. Then mid 90s Tuesday into Thursday of our next work week. In the Tri-Cities area, plenty of sunshine expected as well. Get a little bit more cloud coverage this morning, but that will be moving on. Mid 90s to lower 90s through really the week ahead. Though we have a little bit more of a warmer average as we get to our next work week, really as we enter August on Tuesday. So folks, get ready for a beautiful Friday and a beautiful weekend ahead. Not too much wind until Sunday afternoon, but plenty of sunshine and really average temperatures are on the way.
3 years after a protester was fatally hit by a car during a Black Lives Matter protest in Seattle, the person responsible has agreed to a plea deal. Erica Zucco reports.
I think it's absolutely appalling and ridiculous that we are 3 years later and this case is only now resolving. I don't understand why it takes so long to bring people to justice.
On the day after what would have been Summer Taylor's 28th birthday, an attorney for their family says loved ones learned this case could soon be coming to a close.
It was a relief to know that they wouldn't have to go to court. There's a lot of very sad, grieving people still.
On July 4th, 2020, troopers say Taylor and others were protesting on a blocked-off I-5 when DeWitt Colette drove past barricades and onto the highway. His vehicle struck Taylor and Diaz Love, another protester in town from Portland to support the cause, who is also hurt.
All please rise.
Today in court, Colette pleaded guilty to vehicular homicide, vehicular assault with aggravating injuries, and reckless driving. Colette's attorney says it was unintentional and, quote, local and state authorities were negligent in protecting the public and BLM protesters. Local and state authorities need to and should acknowledge their negligence and role in these tragic events. Thursday's hearing comes more than 3 years after the day so many lives were changed forever. What attorney Karen Kohler calls a horrible wait.
Their child's sister's birthday was yesterday. So they are bereaved. They are resigned that this is the best that can be done. Their child will never be returned to them.
When we come back, playing video games is one of the most popular hobbies in the world, and now the Pokemon Company is finding a way for you to make sure you get a good night's sleep before you boot up the game.
Did you know Astria Health has the only team of neurosurgeons in the Lower Valley? Patients no longer need to travel long distances to receive the spine care they need. Patients with spinal tumors, stenosis, herniated or degenerative disc diseases, spine trauma, fractures, or spinal cord injury can be seen by an Astria neurosurgeon in Prosser, Sunnyside, or Zillah. Ask your primary care provider for a referral to one of our neurosurgeons. Astria Health, exceptional rural health care close to home.
Where's the most mouth-watering pizza and best salad bar in town? Well, Hubby's Pizza, of course. Order Hubby's Pizza tonight and get a large 16-inch pepperoni pizza for just $15.99. Mouth-watering yumminess. The perfect fresh dough and toppings for a quick and easy dinner. Dine in or carry out. Come acquire the Hubby's Habit, your hometown favorite for nearly 45 years.
Boy, we got a good one for you tonight. Something a woman hopes a male stripper does when she's watching him perform.
Takes his pants off.
Take it off!
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's the Educated Cigar. 415 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's the Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's the Educated Cigar in Richland.
When you really think about it, it's more than a car. It's a daycare. It's an office. It's a concert hall. That's why we strive to create a complete ownership experience that goes beyond the transaction. Because it's more than a car. At the end of the day, it's your way home.
Find your way home in a new Mazda from McCurley Mazda during Season of Discovery.
Next live, Outkast's Big Boy from Big RV Remix.
Satisfaction guaranteed.
And Craig Ferguson from his podcast, Joy.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Folks, let's head closer to home as we look at a beautiful day today yet again. And folks, we're slightly warmer for our area, so do get ready for that. 88 for Ellensburg. Plenty of sunshine as we move over into the lovely Yakima Valley. Look at those temperatures, Jill. We're right around 90 degrees. Natchez just being the straggler at 88. Over in the mid-Columbia, all mid to lower 90s. Let's look at our favorite in the Blue Mountain region, Boardman. Where is Boardman? Oh, Boardman's at 92. That is warm. Very warm. Heppner is our, and Athena is our stragglers at 89. Other than that, we're in our mid to lower 90s. I may have to drive out to Boardman just to check it out. I mention it every morning now. So anyways, this is a story not to sleep on.
Oh, yes. Well, forget about button mashing or solving complex puzzles, as a new Pokemon game requires players get a good night's sleep in order to play. Rick Damigella has the story.
Pokemon Sleep is gamifying getting enough shut-eye.
So it evaluates your sleep by two metrics. One is your sleep duration every day, and second is the weekly sleep consistency. The more you get sleep and the more you stick to the sleep consistency weekly, you will get more chance to see the new sleep styles of Pokemon in the morning.
Players put their smartphone next to their pillow at bedtime. Movement data is collected via the phone's accelerometer, and sounds, for those of us who snore or talk in our sleep, through the microphone.
That data will be only saved in the device, then it will be deleted after 24 hours. And the game aspect will happen after waking up in the morning. So when you wake up, you will find out the Pokemon in different sleep styles gathering around in the morning. So people will be encouraged to get more sleep and also try to keep using this game to get a more high score and get more rewards.
The app is free to download with optional in-game purchases and is available now for Android and iOS devices. Hitting the snooze button in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
What's that face for?
AI is coming to get us, I'm telling you. Some doctors have expressed concerns about sleeping next to your cell phone. Players should consult their physicians if they have any questions.
Well, I know that you're not supposed to look at your phone before you go to sleep. It keeps you up.
Wow.
They're trying to help you get a good night's sleep.
Uh-huh. I think I've seen it all, folks. I think I've seen it all. But hey, we're looking forward to a beautiful Friday ahead. Let's take a quick look outside. I got your first alert forecast coming right up.
Plus, an investigation into a fire at a Pasco church reveals it was just the last stop on the suspect's alleged crime spree. And we're tracking the response to a large fire in South Central Washington nearly a week after it started. Good Morning Northwest continues